Welcome everyone. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Such a nice peaceful winter day here. Yeah. So, welcome everyone. I am Spacey Bothotelli, Gadgeteer Bat and game developer. And we're shifting gears today. Originally I had planned to play Route 2, but I forgot that there's something going on tomorrow that I cannot explain until they drop the reveal later tonight. But yeah, I forgot about that, so we're moving our dev stream to today. But yeah, hello Borb Fan, D-Birch, Anne, Argo, Plum, Louise, Haas, Neon Purse, welcome. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for tonight too, not only for that reveal, but also I will be setting up Christmas decorations, specifically our Christmas tree. It's that time of year finally. Yeah, we actually have 2 trees. Well, technically 3 trees. Like there's like a smaller like tree that we leave around year long. It's a small one. It goes on the in the corner of the living room. And we change the lights and decorations on that depending on the season. So we had kind of like an autumn tree up until now. So now it will be like a smaller Christmas tree. And then of course the big one, Mama Spacey is home today. So if I duck in and out in terms of being quiet, that's probably because she's helping with bringing the totes up from the basement. Yeah. It has nothing to do with Freedom Planet. I will say that. Will the Ghost of Christmas Past visit Spacey and get her? No. That game is cringe. I'm not playing it. But yeah, I also have a goth tree. It's like all white and it fits like right next to my desk, and I have some like some spooky gothic like tinsel and like ornaments and stuff, and I got a bat that I put on the top as kind of that little angel that you usually put on trees, or like some people like put an angel or a star on top, and for my personal tree I will put a bat. Working at the moment, so you're mostly listening? Yeah, that's no problem. It's gonna be a chill day today, pun intended. Yeah, you don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here? Yeah. I suppose the more like universal way of putting it would be the winter time is here. The holidays. Oh, that's right too, Board Fan. Hanukkah starts tonight, doesn't it? Happy Hanukkah to those celebrating. You're going flame high in art on so many candles over the next week. Oh my gosh, yeah. Blake, hi. We just got started, so thank you for stopping by. No angels in this house, only bats. Bats are angels to me. Also, I had another one of Alex's friendship cookies shortly before the stream. She could unfortunately not join us today, but she gave everyone their best wishes. Her best wishes. So now I only have 1 cookie left already, but it's fine. But I still have a bunch of Muddy Buddies left. Alright, I'm gonna take Sippy, and then we can get started. Oh, you watched Home Alone yesterday? Nice. That's classic. It's a classic. Alright, so I have been working on a boss fight the past week or so, and I'm kind of like annoyed because it's taking me way longer than I would like. But I guess that's just the nature of coding like bosses with unusual movement patterns like this. I had to like make like 3 separate scripts trying to figure out how I'm gonna do like the you know, like the segmented snake movement. Like originally I had done it the way that I did it in previous projects of mine, but the thing is like the boss's current attack pattern involves like alternating between the right side of the boss arena and the left. And when it does that, like it'll turn around and then like throw an attack towards the center. But only the head turns around, which means that its segments are all in front of it. So like that didn't work. I had to think of something different. So I did eventually come up with a system to where, like, whatever direction the head is facing, the segments will gradually move behind it. And that does work better, but the unfortunate thing about that is that I lost, like, the smooth segmented movement as a consequence, which means that the boss can only move horizontally unless I make it fly off screen, and then I can kind of, like, change its rotation then, which is what I did. It's... The boss fight is okay now. I think maybe it's a little too tricky to hit him without the use of time powers, but I did want to encourage the player to use stasis because, like, the whole stage leading up to this boss fight encourages stasis use. So that's the main concern right now, that the boss will take too long if you don't use stasis to pin it down. Oh, you're doing a quick thinking you do with a follow-up with delay type deal? You think you did on Godot 3.x a long time ago? I'm not sure what you're getting at. Oh, Edge Drive, hi! Edge Drive has been working on some tile sets that I'm going to work with after I show off this boss fight. There's a few different tile sets of Edge Drives that I'm going to work on implementing during today's stream. One is the winter version of the first forest level, which I have yet to assemble. And then also we've made really good progress on the first space level where Sana appears, the name of that level is now Galaxy Gourmet, and it's got like a food theme. And I'm excited to start putting that together as well. But in the meantime, I just put together a test arena that has like roughly the layout that I think I would use when I import this boss into Jewel Cyclone. Okay, let me see. Turn off music real quick. Oh, Slax, hi. Just got started. Godot has a Bones 2D thing. Does the Bones system work in such a way that that I could get the segments to like gradually move behind the boss? Yeah, I'll figure it out at some point, I guess. Yeah, you weren't expecting to see the tile sets being used already? It's okay. They look amazing. It's one of the like, with your tiles, like Galaxy Gourmet looks like one of the prettiest stages in the entire game, which I'm very happy about. All right, so as soon as I start this, it's just gonna start right away. So hopefully, like, the volume is all right and everything. So it's got kind of the same icicle storm attack that is a part of the stage itself, and like an ice breath. Ah, Yomi, hello. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah, so it flies off screen, and that's when I rotate the boss to be vertical, just for a bit of variety. So that's pretty much, I think that's really all the attacks it needs. Since I don't want the player to take too long to kind of like learn how it attacks, just so that they can like anticipate where it's going to be and then drop a stasis bubble to slow it down. It also shares the same like resistance to the stasis power that other bosses do, but I can turn that off if I want it to be like crippled more heavily by stasis. And that's pretty much it. I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than that. And then in the stage itself, it will drop a golden gear. Well, yup. I think it's almost there. Like, I don't know why I'm struggling so much with boss fights in this game. Cause like, I thought it would be easier compared to the Freedom Planet series because the player moves a bit more slowly and more like a traditional platform game character. But it's actually quite tough, specifically because of the abilities the player has and what they may or may not understand to do. So, yeah, I'm still trying to find my groove in terms of, like, coding boss fights in this game. You think the head turnaround could happen while it's in the wall? Yeah, I suppose. Your friend is currently close to completing Freedom Planet 2. Just has to do all the part-times for the stages. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a learning curve for me too. But I'm sure once I make a few more boss fights, I'll develop like a pretty good like strategy for kind of like programming them and thinking about like the attacks I could do, because like a boss fight is every good boss fight is an exam, like a hidden exam to kind of like test what the player knows and is familiar with. So I feel like maybe that's the reason why like not every stage in this game is going to have a boss fight. Like I'd say like with every world having like 5 or 6 levels, maybe like 2 of them would have boss fights. Like it all depends on what is appropriate for the challenge that the level itself presents. And some challenges like it does feel nicer to kind of like cap it off in a boss battle that kind of like expands on the main gimmick of the level itself. So that's why this boss has kind of like that icicle attack that's present in Jewel Cyclone. Alright, so I guess at this point, I do need to figure out how the boss is going to be activated. I could do like a short cutscene where it kind of emerges from the background clouds. Like this is kind of like the original idea I had for the boss arena, but I feel like maybe like one chunk of ice in the center is all it needs. But yeah, this is what level it'll appear in. And I'm thinking like maybe when the ice storms are summoned in the level itself, I could have like a copy of the boss in the background that kind of like you can see it moving through the clouds. And then once you approach the boss arena, it kind of like flies out and goes into the foreground. So, I could actually like copy those pieces and then bring them into this background here and see how that looks. Let's see, which set of clouds do I want to put them behind? Maybe this one. Oh no, it's too far away. No? Oh, I see, that's why. Okay, that, and then what we're gonna do is half size, because he's not that big. Yeah, that could work. And then I think I'll restructure the sprites so that like they're connected to each other in sequence. And that should make it easier to kind of like rotate everything. Ah, come on. Oh, he's got a lot of pieces. Okay, so basically the plan here is that we move this chain into the head, and then we move this chain into this chain. Basically just making them all into nested pieces. And through that, I will be able to set all of their angles simultaneously, and then hopefully we should get the effect that we're looking for. Chain 5. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of nested parts. I'm sure there's a more efficient way of doing this, but you don't really need anything complicated. Chain 7. Come on. Oh, Saturn, hello! I'm putting together set pieces.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing? She barky. She's so upset because it's the time of the month where we wash her favorite toys. And she has 3 favorite toys that she plays with, 3 chew toys. We chose to wash 2 and then leave 1 out in the open for her to still play with, but she's still upset. Like they're drying in the bathroom right now, and whenever we leave, like whenever we're in the bathroom, because we have to close the door because we obviously we don't want her in there while they're drying, and she'll just whimper in front of the bathroom door because she really wants them, despite the fact that one of her chew toys is still like out in the living room to play with. She's like, no, I want that one. Ah, silly page. Okay, chain, segment, chain. I hope I get all of these correct. This one, I think, is next. And then this one, this one, this one. Oh gosh. Oh, this is confusing. But I think I got everything. Well, yep. Okay. So that's what I want. I want something like that, and I think I could set a pivot point. I'll move the head upwards, and then make sure that like the pivot point is in the center, so that all I have to do is rotate the root node, and then we'll get a nice rotation effect that we can use during the stage. It's almost centered. Okay. So let's see how the... So something like... I'm thinking something like this, where it just kind of like goes like that. I think it still needs to be a bit higher. Yeah, I almost feel like maybe like during the boss fight itself, the Drake could kind of like move on a pivot like this, instead of moving like in a straight line. That could be cool. It depends on if I can think of a good way to do it, a good way to lay it out so that the player doesn't see like the boss like snapping into different positions. But yeah, okay, that's cool. And then I'll have a straight version for when the boss fight begins and they like actually jump out of the place. So I'll have the starting angle be like 75, and then I'll hide it at first. And then when the storm clouds gather, I could make it an animation actually. I'll do that. Okay, animation, let's just call it fly. So we'll set the rotation to be this at the start. And what do we want it to end up on? Yeah, let's do like -225. And we'll make him take like 3 seconds. And then let's see how that looks. Yeah. Me gusta. Let's go. And by doing that, by making him pop up like that, prior to the boss fight, it kind of builds up anticipation. Like the player will know before they get there, that, oh, there's a boss fight at the end of this level. Neat. And I kind of like the implication that like it's kind of like influencing like the storm. So yeah, we can do that. And I guess I can keep it visible because you can't really see it until it emerges. So now, I need to find the storm generator. Okay, here it is. Oh, wait, this has an animation player. Okay, I have an idea. I won't animate it through here. I'll animate it through the animation player that's already present in the storm generator. Because this has like this effect. And it's got like, I think, does it affect the particle effects? Yeah, I could do that. I just need to increase the length again. just the same as before. So I'll take the root node. Oh, does the storm actually last 3 seconds though? That's the thing. Yeah, I guess I could just do it through this animation player here. Okay. So where's the thing? There we go. So I'll go into the script of the ice storm generator. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's something in here that we can use. I wonder if I could call like a function specifically for the other animation player. To kind of like, okay, so here I could add a track to call a method. Pick a node to animate. And it is this one, I believe. Insert key. Okay, play. Okay, argument 0, that would be fly. Okay, that should work. Well, great. So let me take sippy. So now what should happen is once the storm begins, when we make enough progress in the stage, the Drake should appear in the background when the storm happens. So let's give that a try. Pause the music. I love how well this level flows. I think this is my favorite that I've worked on so far. But I have a feeling I'm gonna say that a lot as we make progress. I'll work on a new level and I'll be like, hey, this one's awesome, this one's my favorite. And then like I'll work on another one and I'll be like, no, this one's my favorite. Oh, something else that I did. I have to find health first. But I added an overflow mechanic to where you can actually gain health beyond your maximum, but the extra health beyond your maximum like slowly drains. Oh, I saw the Drake in the background. It was obscured by the wall, but I saw the ears. Okay, now pay attention to the top left. You see those arrows? That shows how much health we have that goes beyond our default. So it kind of gives us an extra buffer for taking damage. I want to see it again. Let's go! I think that looks cool. I might want to try and lower the saturation on the background Drake, just so that the player doesn't think that it's in the foreground for some reason. Nice. I like that. How's the volume of the of my background music here, by the way? It does feel a bit quiet, but I also don't want it to overpower my voice. So I guess, very quiet, okay. I'll turn it up a little bit. Background music feels good. I'd much rather listen to my voice. Okay, it was at -14 before, I think. So I'll put it at -11. You missed it. What's this about overflow? Oh, health overflow. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Alright. So now I think what I need to do is set like our range, an activation range for the boss. I also need to make it so that the storm generator like stops generating storms once you approach the boss arena, because otherwise there could be like a situation where a storm starts right as you're entering the boss arena, and then you temporarily see two of these guys. Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I want to build some tile sets. So I'm gonna go over here to Galaxy Gourmet, and then what I'm gonna do, I already have a tile set here, but I'm gonna start over just so y'all can see how I put this together, because this was just a placeholder anyway that just had some like sponge cake terrain. But the tile set is way more involved now. So what I'll do is I will create a new tile set. And we don't really need... don't really need any more of the... okay, I have to double the tile set size because it's 32 by 32. But I guess I'll keep these blank tiles for now and then fill them in later with a fill tool. Okay, so what we do first is we have to set it up like this. I am getting a DM. Never mind, it's not a DM, it's just an ad. Alright, so we're gonna add an atlas to this tile set. And it currently is showing the file select menu for me. I'm going into my folders. I'm going into the tile set folder. And there we go. The atlas's texture was modified. Would you like to automatically create tiles in the atlas? I usually go with yes, especially for more involved tile sets. But yeah, this is a tile set. It's a big one. But it's a delicious one too. So it already kind of like filled some stuff in, but it looks weird, so I'm going to replace some of the tiles. Thankfully Godot has a fill tool in the tile set that has the contiguous option. So if you uncheck contiguous and then you fill in, like for example this tile, every instance of that tile will be replaced by that, which is quite useful. I'm going to do it for here to fix this one. I'm going to fix this one. I'm going to fix this. And there's one right here. Nice. Okay, I think that's all of those ones. But yeah, we got some cake and there's some frosting decorations we can put on it too. And these used to be the notes. So something else you can do in a tile set is that you can, instead of a sprite atlas, what you can do is add a scene collection. And then you can drop scenes in your level just like you would tiles. I like doing that for collectibles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my scenes, common stuff. All right, where is the note? There we go. Okay, so that's been restored. So I want to go back to the tile set tab. So something that kind of like threw me off for a while is that, hold on, let me drag up so you can see. There's this bottom row of stuff here. And like there's tabs that pertain specifically to tile sets down there. So you have tile set and tile map. You want to go to tile set first in order to set up your tile set first. And what tile map does is that is like the drawing section where you actually draw the completed tile set. So we're gonna go in tile set first, and then we'll go to the select tab. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select every like solid tile, or every tile that is meant to be solid. Oh right, I have to set up my physics layers. So, okay, I'm gonna set up 2 physics layers. I'm gonna set one up that is just like terrain. Has a terrain tag, the solid tag. And then one that has the attack tag, which I can use for spikes if the level has him. I'm also gonna add another layer. I'm gonna add a layer. This will be front layer. This will be back layer. Just in case I want to have platforms appear kind of behind the terrain. Okay, that's good. So now we've got the physics layer popping up here. So with all these solid tiles selected, I will click this thing with 3 dots here, and then select reset to default tile shape. You can also press F on the keyboard to do that too. So yeah, I selected these, I press F, and it's got it's become solid. F. 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 We got some bread down here. F. And we got baguette terrain. I love how creative Edge Drive got with some of these tiles. Like, so the baguette terrain could be done specifically for terrain that is only like 1 tile wide or 1 tile tall. It's all gone. And then we've got some chocolate asteroids here, which I love that idea. Oh my gosh. Asteroids with chocolate chunks. Okay, I think that's everything. So now what I do at this point is I iterate through every like slope that shares the same shape. So this one for starters. Because like the slopes in this game generally follow the same like shape. So I think I got all instances of this kind of shape. So now I will like refine the shape a little bit right here. Yeah, there you go. Chocolate pudding to slow you down. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I think there's only 3 slope types. Like, these ones are a bit unconventional, so I'll work on those separately. Okay. So we move this down here. And then we'll do the small. For this instance, this has a shape of a triangle, so I'm gonna select the delete points tool and just delete this top left one. And then I can drag this down. And I think that is the correct shape. And I will do the same here, but in the opposite direction. Oh yeah, so one of the people that one of the groups that I work with professionally, like as a game developer, they sent me gelato in the mail. I've never had gelato before, but like it was packaged with dry ice, and the dry ice basically kept it frozen. But like the problem with dry ice is that like it can burn you if you touch it, so you have to be very careful about how you dispose of it. Yeah, it can be done in the mail Edge Drive. You have to use dry ice in order to transport it. But like there's a very specific way that you have to dispose of dry ice, because for one thing you don't want to touch it. The other thing is that when it dissolves into carbon dioxide, which you do not want to inhale in large quantities. So we just have it on the porch for now until we can figure it out. But yeah, someone sent me gelato. I've never tried it before, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to thank them later. It seems like a pretty fancy brand too. Oh, Alvinil, hello! Bats. Purple musician bat VTubers, rise up. Gelato is king. That's good to know. So, oh my gosh, everyone's been sending me like all kinds of sweets all week. Like Alex with her awesome friendship cookies, and then I get gelato now, and Mama Spacey made Ghirardelli dark chocolate chip cookies last week. Okay, so now that we have the sloped terrain all set, I'm gonna work on the more unconventional pieces. Starting with the chocolate here. The chocolate platforms, I suppose. So I think I could do the same thing. I could start with a basic template. But I'm gonna make it so that, like... Okay, I gotta make it so that it kind of, like, matches here, kind of. It's not too big of a deal because these are gonna be jumped through. And, like, how thick it is on the bottom doesn't really matter. All that matters is that we jump past the top. So I'm gonna put it right here. Hopefully that lines up. And then we kind of do the same thing here. But I have to be like really like... I have to really pay attention to how like... how the angle of the line is here. I think that's what I want there. Okay. Okay, I think that lines up. There we go. Okay, sweet. And we keep all the points here, so. And there we go. We got our chocolate platform. So I'm gonna select them all now. And under polygon 0, I'm gonna check one way and make the one way threshold like 3. Ah, Anthony. Hi. Hope you're doing well. I'm setting up a tile set for like a space/food level. And it's like one of the most gorgeous levels in the game, I think, now with these new tiles. And like some of the platforms are like forks sticking out of the food. I love that. So I'm gonna pick these. I'm gonna pick all of these because they all have the same platform shape. Oops. Is that correct? Okay, I think it is. So I'm gonna give them all the default tile shape, but I'm gonna move this up here. Okay, I think that's accurate. And then do the same thing here. Make them jump through. Now, one more thing I did want to do is for all of the jump through platforms, I generally like to put them behind the character. I'm not sure if that's going to look weird with the forks, but I'll give it a try anyway. So I'm going to do this and this, this. I'm going to highlight everything that is meant to be like part of like a jump through platform setup. And I guess I could put like the sweets in the background. Oh shoot, how's that gonna work? Because we've got slopes here that do have frosting on them. But the frosting is not separated. So the way it is now, the frosting will appear over the player. I might need to separate those on my end. Alright, but for now I will highlight these. And then what we can do here is that under rendering, I'm gonna set the Z index to be like several layers behind. Alright, so from here, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna... Oh, wait. Oh, I see what's going on here. So these slopes up here are exactly the same as the slopes down here, except they don't have the frosting. So what I could do is I could take these frosting slopes, make it so they do not have collision, and then put them on the back layer. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, we don't need to change anything to make this work. So that's good. So what I will do here is I will clear the shape here. And I'm going to do the same thing as the other ones. I'm going to put them behind in the Z layer. But yeah. It's no problem, Edge. This will work. Let me take a sippy. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I think what I want to do now is I want to kind of like start over with the tile set. Okay. So from here, we can start playing around with assembly. I think it'd be cool if at the start of this level, the player kind of like flew in somehow. Like on one of the level gimmicks. And they just kind of like flew in and then landed below onto a piece of terrain. Maybe we could start with the chocolate terrain. So I'll move them like down here, and then I'll move the start location. So something else maybe that I've been thinking about doing is that I can make this stage have bottomless pits, but when you cross a bottomless pit, it would kind of like wrap you up to the top. That might be fun to do, because I'm not too sure if I want to lower gravity in this level. Let's do this. It's nice that there's some nice variety with the chocolate chunks, too. Is that the... okay. So I guess here I could, like, bring this down here. Very nice variety. Okay, so I wonder what the difference is between these two pieces of terrain. Oh, I think I see. This kind of like goes up. Yeah, okay, I think these are kind of like... Okay, I think I got it. Inside corner here. Okay. Nice chocolate chunk there. I'm gonna make this one thinner. I'll move this up here. Okay. Like can't romance. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Okay. This way. Thank you, Fred Tots. So nice. Yeah, so what's cool about the variety in this tile set too is that it's easier to kind of like distinguish when you're in certain sections of the level. Like there's several ways I could do that. I could have like islands filled with like chocolate terrain, and then other islands filled with sponge cake, for example, and then other islands filled with baguettes. Or I could do it like based on height, to where like the lowest locations have the chocolate terrain and the highest locations have cakes and baguettes. So we got options. And I think I'll continue with like a piece of bread now. Okay, so I'll make it kind of small at first. Yeah, I feel like the bread maybe needs to be on top of something. So maybe I could like put it on top of a plate. Oh no, that's the end. That's the end piece. There we go. Nice. Yeah, looks pretty cool. And then, I guess I could kind of do the same thing down here, except this would be like a bridge. Let me double check. It's like something cool that Edge Drive does for me. Is like create like example images that show how the tile set goes together. So I'm using that as a reference now. To see how to put together like some of these plates, for example. Oh, I see what's going on there. So like if I want it, so if I want the plate platform, but I don't want to put anything underneath it, there's a variant of that that lets me do just that. So yeah, like this. And then I could kind of like start right here and then kind of like make like a set of stairs almost. Do this. Blah blah. Da da ba ba ba. Kind of bring it down here. Do this. Nice. Chunky chocolate. Wonder what you could do with $15 million. Oh my gosh. If I had that much money, well, first of all, I have friends and family whose debts I would be happy to pay off. Then I'd love to maybe like start like a really ambitious project and like pay everybody like really well. Okay. Oh, cool. There's one tile long chocolate terrain just in case I need it. So I feel like maybe there could be a gimmick that kind of like, oh, right. So here we could start with bringing in like the cakes and the frosting. Kibby guy. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so here, I'll worry about note placement after I've got like the terrain down. So from here, okay, that's probably fine. Decorate the cake with frosting. I'll bring it down a little bit. And okay, this way. Do I have one tile wide? I do. Let's go. Awesome. And I think this is the tile I use if I want to. Or this one? Maybe that one. Oh, wait, no, this one. Yeah, okay, so these are the T junctions. I think. Ba 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 ba. Oh, that's a double T junction. Okay, there we go. Now that's what I want. Cybernetic Dragon! Hi! we are also doing well. I guess I could move this up here. Put it here. And now I'll put this here. Oh, I hear aircraft. Something like that, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna wing it. Yeah, it's a donut road, kind of, yeah. Speaking of which, there are donut decorations that I could use on this as well. I just can't remember if those were uploaded. I don't see them in the folder, but like I see some cookies and pastries, which I could also plug in after I'm done with the base, like messing around with the base terrain. Okay, put this here. You did upload them in a folder? The donut specifically? Okay, okay, let me check and see if I can find that. Oh, okay, I think, yeah. Okay, they're in the environmental folder. I see them. Awesome, I'm gonna grab those and plug them in. Yeah, like those are like, specifically like set pieces that don't really adhere to a tile set. Like there isn't really a point, I figure, so. There we go. Okay, so they should be here now. Sprites. No, not sprites, tiles. There we go. Donuts. Okay, I want to order this behind everything. Yeah, you can just have a donut sticking out. Ba-ba. Yeah, and eventually there's going to be pretzel trees that we can use. Yeah, I could just put this here. Your cat and you are watching the stream? I think he's just interested in the pen on the screen though. Oh, okay. Your kitty. Your kitty, your kitty. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, dev stream on a Thursday, Creeper. The reason for it is because I forgot there was a thing that I was supposed to do tomorrow on stream. So I can't say what it is until they announce it themselves later tonight. But I decided rather than playing Redout 2 today and then not having a dev stream this week, I would rather just do dev stuff today. Spacey plays with a cat remotely. Yeah. Let's move this up here. Wow. Yeah, that one tile looks a bit weird, honestly. So let me just make it a separate thing. Something else I could try. Hold on. We'll move donut up here. There's something else I could do. I could make this like straight right here. Put this here almost. Okay. So here I could put this on a plate. Something like that. Move this down here and then have train under here. And the train under there could be like... Could just be the chocolate train, honestly. Something like that. Ah, Elfie! Hi! Hope you're doing well. And I could put another donut down there. I like how Edge made like a variety of different donuts that have different like holes or bites in them. Yeah. I guess from here, maybe I can slope this down. Just like that. Sheeple. Oh yes, that is quite the design issue. Oh, I wouldn't say it's an issue. It's more of a design challenge with a level like this. Is that you get hungry very easily working on it. But I think that's a compliment to the chef. Like it just goes to show how well drawn everything is, that it looks appetizing. Yep, Edge, you have successfully accomplished your mission with this tile set in that regard. I guess, like up here, I could... Oh, okay, I could introduce, like, the baguette just as a way to get back up. So I could do, like... right here. But then, along the way, I could... have like a forked platform sticking out. Like that. And I can kind of do the same thing over on the left side. Just so it's a little bit easier to land up here. Yeah, maybe I could move this. Maybe I can make this into a one-way platform, actually. That might be easier. Ba-ba. Yeah, I'll move that out of the way. I'm just winging the layout right now. I think eventually it would be a good idea to just like sketch out the entire layout of the level. Especially because we don't have any gimmicks for it yet, really. So once the gimmicks are decided on, I definitely do recommend like basically starting the level over with the gimmick in mind. That way you can have a space to properly introduce it and build on top of it. Oh, your dog came into your room and he's napping on your bed? Nice. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like maybe I want to put some stuff under here, just in case. But I'll put baguette. Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. Cool. Alright, now I need to start putting frosting down. put this down here. Yeah. See how it works. Yeah, I'll do something like that. Let's put like a cherry here. I'll put strawberry here. Cool. Yeah, I'd say the experiment with this tile set is a success. Oh, something else I could do. I just realized. I could have chocolate bridges. Okay, let me move this over a bit. Yeah. That works. Gosh, I really like how creative this tile set is. Thank you for the care combo, Dark Moon. Okay, I'll hydrate and stretchy. Oh my gosh. Stretchy, and then we can check it out and see how it looks in game with the background. I love how like I don't really appreciate snowstorms, but it's just like a light amount of snowfall is so peaceful and relaxing. And it's that kind of snowfall right now where it's just like lightly coming down and it looks like soft and fluffy. Okay, whoops. I guess so I could put like some notes down as well. Just to make it look a little nicer. Put it down here. Da, da, da. Do this and this. You could use snowfall right now. It's 35 Celsius. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. My condolences. Lots of snow earlier while you were outside during a fire drill. Ah! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I definitely do not want to be outside right now. I could put this here. Paige! Paige, it's okay, honey. No barky.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing? She barky. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, let's see how this looks. Ah, silly puppies. They were going crazy when the UPS truck came with the gelato. I can't believe somebody sent me gelato. I mean, I probably shouldn't say who it is specifically, just in case they don't want me saying, but, like, thank you. Also, the, for those who weren't here when I worked on the background of this stage, like, Sana is rigged just like a, like a boss, essentially. But, like, there's a special eye animation if you wait long enough where she turns around and waves. Yeah! I love that. No music for the stage yet, no. But I am very excited for the track that is currently being worked on. It sounds so good. But I'm just gonna leave my background ambience on for now. But yeah, this feels really nice so far. Edge is also working on like a strawberry shortcake. that is like layered. And when I saw it, I got like the idea that it could be like a special kind of spring where like you stand on it and it kind of compresses itself. So we'll have strawberry shortcake springs as like the first like gimmick, I suppose. And I think that would work really well if we have like vertical wrapping to where the player like goes, if they fall through the bottom, they kind of go back up on towards the top. Yeah, I really like the look of this level so far. That could be something that I could work on programming after I'm done putting together the winter tile set. The stage will be hard to play on an empty stomach. Oh my gosh, yes. Nice. Awesome. Okay. So that's done. Now let me put together, do I have a... do I have a level for it? Let's see. Okay, level 3 is what I need. I'm just gonna start... I could use the garden tile set as a reference point. Right here. I love the look of this. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right. I need to make a background as well, specifically for winter stuff. But for now, I'll just focus on like the foreground tiles. But this is kind of like what I would be aiming for. So, this is what it'll look like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to level 3. I'm gonna make... I think for now I will just carry over the background. Yeah, like that. So from here we will add a tile map. Let's see, tile map. And we're going to do the same thing. Start a new tile set. Make sure that the tile size is 32 by 32. Make sure that we have 2 physics layers, one for solids and one for spikes. Okay. I could add a back layer as well. Front. Back. Okay, and we're gonna add an atlas. Let's see. Is it the garden tile set? Is that where it is? I don't see it. Hold on, let me take step B. Oh my gosh. There it is, I think. Wait. Did I import it yet? Okay, I must have not imported it yet, so I'm gonna go to the folder. There it is. Alright, sweet. So I'm gonna plug that in. Okay, do I put it in the garden tile set? I guess I should, because it kind of is similar. Oh, I see what's going on. So the garden tile set is identical to the winter version is identical to the spring version, but it's just been like duplicated to the right. So I will just like expand the spring tile set in this manner. Okay, yeah, I could do that. I'll just like replace it with the new file. Hopefully it didn't mess this up. Okay, it didn't. Alright, now we can go ahead, import the atlas. Yeah, we're gonna auto create the tiles in the atlas. Select everything that is a solid. Press F to pay respects to the tile set. Okay, that's already been... okay. I don't want rendering to be selected right now. Physics layer 0. Okay, that's good, that's good. And I like how the gazebo stuff, like the platforms, they have icicles off going over them. That's cool. And I guess for all of these, what I could do is I could set their rendering order to be behind everything. Same thing with the water. I need to figure out a better system for water, because ideally I think I would like it more if you just place the water tiles and then the game automatically like draws everything. But as it is, I have to kind of like layer it in a specific way using outside objects. But I'm sure we can figure out some way to kind of like handle that automatically at some point. I kind of want to do the same thing with the grass. But of course, like, we won't really see grass in the winter. Okay, so from here, we only have a few slope types. So this should be relatively straightforward. Setting it like this. And we'll do the ones on the other side. Oh, wait. Did we do that one? No. Okay, we did the ones, so we have to do the ones on the right side. Okay. There we go. It's Dover. Yeah. Okay, nice. Let's see. I think, yeah, that's all the slopes. So now all that's left is to set up the platforms. From here we can use the default tile shape. Kind of move this upwards just to make it more clear that it's supposed to be jumped through. Set one way with a tolerance of 3. Oh, I see some on the bottom too. Come on. There we go. Gotta put your stuff away, so you'll be heading out. No problem, Plum. Okay, so from here, I could start making some snow terrain. Could start like actually drawing it. So I guess from here we just kind of... Okay, that's an edge tile. We don't need that right now. Gonna move this down here. something like this. Welcome back, Blake. Okay, where's the inside corner terrain? I think it's here. There we go. So I guess from here, we could have... Yeah, just have like a trail here. Then just have it end right there. Blah, blah. Like that. Oh, I see. Wait. I messed that up. There we go. Uh-huh. Okay, and I guess the rest we can just like fill in. Like that. Oh, okay. I see. Wait, wrong direction, I think. No? How did I do this? It can't be like that. Oh, like this? That feels like it should be correct, yeah. Like that? Okay, yeah, I like that. So I feel like... maybe something's missing there, but I won't worry about it just yet. Oh, hello, Lance Charleston. Hi, hope you're doing well. Okay, do this. Yeah, I feel like I could draw kind of a replacement for the grass, in the winter tiles, so that it's like layered snow. That's kind of on top of everything. So I'm gonna pivot over to my drawing program. Okay, where is it? Just have to change the focus. There we go. Alright, so we got grass right here. But I would like to change that to piles of fluffy snow. Okay, the question is, how tall should it be? I also feel like maybe it needs like a couple of end pieces as well. So it could be like, you know, like that. Okay, I have an idea. And over here it kind of like trails off into the ground. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Ba-ba-na-na. Just for now, to see how it looks. And at the same time, I want to I want to add sloped version of the grass that I can place behind the terrain. So let's see, where would I have room for that? Well, first of all, I think I need to update my version of Sprite, because it came out with a new update recently that finally adds skewing. So I'm gonna turn that off for now. I'm gonna save and back out of everything, and then see if I can download the latest version. Okay, so Sprite download. How do I update it though? It depends on where I bought it, I guess. I think I bought it on Itch. Did I buy it on Itch? Okay, where is my purchase? Try searching your purchases page. Okay. Alright, I'll log in. It needs an SMS code. Hold on a second. Blah. Oh, actually, I have to use the restroom anyway. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Bye. Spacey Bottotelli will return after the break. I'm back. And I'm back. Alright, so I have installed the new version of a sprite. As you can see right here. Move it up a bit, I think. There we go. Okay, so right off the bat, I noticed one of the things I noticed is that by default now, it will use a normal Windows file select, which I think is an upgrade. Like the pixel art one was kind of cute, but it also kind of like did not have many of the features that that the Windows one does. Yeah, right off the bat. Amethyst Pixie. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. We're doing some chill game dev stuff today. Alright, so now I am curious, how do we do the skewing? So I'm gonna go ahead and make copies of the grass tiles. Okay, edit. Shift. Is it shift? Shift down. Okay, no, that didn't do the trick. The skewing is kind of finicky. Oh, Twitch front page brought you here? And the cute made you follow? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, really? Are we on the front page of Twitch? That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Oh, no, I feel pressure, but it's okay. Okay, is it under sprite, maybe? Drag and drop. Oh, drop pixels here. I wonder what that is. Spacey is famous. Aww. My spacey facey is out there for the world to see, I guess. Is it here? This, I wonder if this is it. Oh, that's rotation. Never mind. You gotta double click the selection. You gotta hover a mouse around. Okay, hover the mouse around one of the anchor squares. Should give you 2 arrows pointing up and down. Oh, okay, I see. At last, we have skewing. It is. Oh, okay, it is kind of finicky. Oh, it's not what I want. I do see some, like, degrees up there, but, oh, yeah. Okay, let me try selecting outside of, like, the range that I want. And then hopefully that helps. Oh, okay, I think that's it. Maybe. No, okay, it's not perfect. Yep, I'm just gonna use Photoshop for now. So how goes everyone in the chat? Yeah, how y'all doing? Okay, I'm gonna do this. And then I'm in Photoshop right now. Nearest neighbor. Skew. Oh, that's better. That's better. Okay. Okay, that'll work for now. Now let's skew in the opposite direction. I don't need to skew the snow. I can just draw the snow again by hand. There we go. Okay. So we're going to select this. I want the preview window to be up here instead. Okay. There we go. So from here, I can move this over here. That'll have to do, I think. But like, okay, I think I need to move it up by 1. And then I could make the inside just like dark green, because it's meant to be placed behind the slope tiles. You just stuck to the old method you have been using after trying out their version of skewing. Everything else in the update is king though. Oh yeah, I can imagine so. And I noticed some stray pixels here from the way that the grass was skewed. So I'm just gonna drag these down. The Gandalf. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Stream Elements did not announce your arrival for some reason, but that's okay. I'm on top of it. Come on, move. Okay, I think I got all the stray pixels now. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we are gonna go back to Godot. For now. I feel like I need to go back to A-Sprite at some point to make winter versions of the background trees. Yeah, okay. Okay, it has been imported. So now what I want to do... just add this snow. Okay, I'm going to take this snow. And under rendering, I want the Z index to be behind everything. Of course. Oh right, I also want to set up these grass tiles. These also go behind everything. Okay. Nice. Don't really need this stuff on the slopes. At least not yet. I do feel like I would want it eventually, though. I already have the winter versions of the trees. Yeah, I got those. So it's no problem. I'm gonna plug those in now. So yeah, basic winter. Basic winter flooring. I also want to add the gazebo. Just to see what that looks like. Awesome. Oh, shoot. I should put those on the behind layer. Oh, I see. Okay. We got some frozen vines here. Cool. Okay, so now what I can do is I can start seeing what the trees look like. And of course, since it's winter, most of the trees don't have their leaves, so we don't have to worry about like leaf clusters or particles or anything like that. I'm gonna go into this folder down here. Should be in the garden, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we have a snowy birch tree. Let's go. And I feel like this would be placed behind the snow. Like that. Well, how's this set up in the garden in terms of the offset of the tree? Okay, it is centered, so that's fine. Awesome. Tree birch. Okay, I'll name it Tree Birch Winter. And then I'll save it as a scene at some point. That way, if we make changes to one birch tree, it will be applied to every birch tree. Okay. Next, we've got a snowy maple tree. Ooh, this one looks really nice. Tree Maple Winter. I'm gonna duplicate this here. Now we have another variety of maple tree. I feel like this one needs like to be offset a little bit downwards. Tree Maple 2 Winter. And then we have a snowy oak tree. Dun, 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 dun. I don't need the offset. No. Okay, no, it doesn't have it anyway. Okay, I need more. I'm running out of space for trees. I need more ground. More ground. Dun, ba, ba, ba. Oh, okay. I want to select this. Put this up here, put this up here. Sounds like the puppies are being naughty. Oh no. So, remember that toy I mentioned that was drying? I forgot to close the bathroom door and she got it. So Llama Spacey is putting it back up to dry and she's whimpering. Sorry. Okay, let's do this up here. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear it squeaking. Dun, 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 dun. Paige, we gotta be patient, honey. You can't play with wet toys. Oh yes, the rumbling is because there's aircraft flying overhead. Okay, that should be fine. Well, so now let's bring our oak tree over here. And then last but certainly not least, we have pine trees, which keep their leaves during the winter. Ta-da! I love evergreens. Oh my gosh, Paige is now pacing back and forth between the office and the living room. She's upset that her toy has been taken away from her. Oh, she's so spoiled. She's like, the indignity. Huh. The indignity. To have my things taken from me. Okay, so that is that. There are also some pieces of scenery. that we can utilize. Which I believe is in the tree thing here. So one of the main gimmicks in the nature level specifically is that you have these stumps that have been cut down by mechanical bears with chainsaws. I have no idea how I'm going to draw a robot chainsaw bear, but I'll do my best. But there are these stumps. And you basically have to, like, guide, like, the fauna's mascots, the saplings, towards them, and then they'll kind of, like, implant themselves and, like, regrow the stump into a tree. So I'll move this over here. So we have this. This is just a normal stump variant. For winter, there's different like color palettes for different seasons. So once the sapling gets planted in, a sapling emerges from it that is like surrounded by a green crystal. Looks quite cool. So let's move that behind. Like that. Yeah, and it will stay like that until you switch seasons. And then once you switch seasons, then it will like bloom into like a full tree. And it gets like platforms and stuff, so it can kind of like help you reach new areas. Mechanical bears with chainsaws is the most metal thing you've heard this week. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm not even sure if there's any bear mascots in hololive other than like Sora's mascot. And that's more of like a teddy bear rather than like a grizzly. Okay, gonna move this over here. But yeah, once it blossoms, then you have these leaf platforms that you can hop onto. The springtime version of it it's the same thing, but during for the springtime variant, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my own like leaf clusters like I did with the other trees. And I think it's gonna look really pretty. This little tree, spring. And this one is specifically for the sky level. Like, cause like one of the main like pieces of decoration in Skytops is these flags. It's gonna look super nice. Let me hop over to the garden actually and see what type of leaf that we could give the spring version. I think maybe maple leaves would work. I'd say either maple or birch. Or possibly oak. I'll start with oak. Let me grab a few different like sizes as well. Okay, here's one. Here's another. Okay. So I'm just gonna put these down here for now. Like we don't need any during the winter time. You versus the tree she told you not to worry about. Okay, crystal stump spring. Crystal sapling spring. And then crystal tree spring. Okay, so for this tree. Stump sapling tree. Okay, we want to kind of... Why is it not being rendered over? Do I really have to increase the Z index? I don't want to unless I have to. I'm gonna move some bushes over here. I guess we could do like this. It's gotta be big. Very leafy. this guy all the way behind here. Like that, maybe. Okay, like that, I guess. And then this one moves behind. Like that, I suppose. Yeah, it's gotta feel gargantuan. Like these trees, like just in general in the forest maps, the trees are just like some of the biggest set pieces we have in the whole game. Move this over here. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's bring this guy over here. Yeah. Yeah, that works. It's all bag. Maybe do this. Okay. Cool. It's like a bonsai tree, the way it kind of like twists around. Okay, so now, let's see, what should I do about the foreground bushes? So you've got bushes that are closer, and bushes that are farther away. I don't think we really need the closer bushes. So I think during wintertime, these would just like, this would just be like a big pile of snow. Which is something that I can experiment with. Let me go into my drawing program. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pull all of the background layers. You want to load the following files as an animation? No. Okay, so this is the frontmost layer of bushes. So what we can do is we can change that to snow. The big question is, what color would it be? I guess we can start by filling it in with like a solid cyan color, almost. And then, okay, I'll use an eraser. Kind of make it a little less like fluffy, I suppose. And then I'm thinking maybe we could darken the snow a little bit as we go lower. So from here, kind of. Da, da, da. Something like that. Nice. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's probably fine for now. Okay, what's the palette? Like, okay, kind of like goes into that color, I guess. Something like that. Oops. There you go. And then go darker. Yeah. The smaller, maybe like put some snow drippy things around here. Dun, 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 dun. Nah. There we go. Good enough for now, I suppose. Okay, Y coordinate 39. Okay, just gotta make sure that that wraps like horizontally. Okay, 72. There we go. Tree winter BG5. That's fine. Okay, so for here, we can just cover the ground there. And what I did is I took a screenshot of the trees with the leaves, and then like shrunk them down and then reduced the number of colors. It kind of made them fade like into a brighter color for the background, but in our case, we already have like the winter trees without the leaves, so we can just let's see, what do we got? We got birch, we got oak, and we got snowy pine. Let's start with snowy pine. I think for this, maybe what I could do is just copy the snow. Wait, no, because the palette is different. Yeah, so we kind of have to shrink it down. Now, how big did I make it? Let's see. Is it half size? Nope. I have a feeling this is going to be too small, but I'll just double check. Yeah, it's too small. Was it at 60% before? Not quite. Let's try 70%. %'s too big. So I think it was like 2/3, which is like 66%. That's too big still. Maybe it's 65%. Yeah, it was 65. Okay. I'm gonna worry about adjusting the palette later. Okay, so now we take the oak. 65%. Just double check, make sure that's the case. No. this one's a lot smaller. I wonder if I just made a special exception for the pine tree. Yeah, that's 50%. Okay, and last but not least, the birch. Cool. So from here, select everything but this color. And then basically, let's see, I want to get rid of the darkest color in each palette. So from here, okay. This. Wait, no, is it contiguous? No. Okay, let me turn that on first. I want to select all of the snow colors. And then select the inverse so that we don't affect the palette of the snow. I just want to affect the palette of the bark. So we're gonna make him brighter. Oh, cool. I want to make this one a little bit brighter still. Yeah. Okay. Also need to exclude the green. Yeah. Maybe. Okay, so for now I'm gonna save this. Tree. Okay, tree winter. BG4. Let's go. So now in the very far background, I just have like solid color pretty much. So for that, I just have birch and oak. Now let me see. Ah, Shadow Noir 3. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Well, let me try 30%. It's probably too much. Yeah. %? That's too big. Let's try 40. Not good enough. So here, I can pretty much just pick this one color and make the snow white. Actually, no. There we go. And so now the oak. And once again, only need one color. That looks like it's floating in the air, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. Nice. Da, da. Alright, the ground as well. Cool. Save as. Tree Winter BG3. We're getting there. And this is way behind everything else. I think for the snow color here, we could just, I don't know, make it white. Then use eraser tool to smooth out the rough edges of the leaves. That way it looks actually like a pile of snow. Okay, erase that. You do not need a lot of detail in the furthest layers of your backgrounds. Sometimes just a solid color is enough to, like, sell what it's supposed to be. Depending on the art style of your game, of course. Sometimes you keep forgetting it's December. I know, me too. Where does the time go? Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. Okay, that looks fine. Maybe I could add one more color at some point to it. Okay, BG2. I feel like the world tree would have leaves around on it 24/7. Maybe just have some snow on top. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Godot, and then we can swap out the background layers for something a little bit more wintry. Guessing we don't need these nearest bushes just yet. So now, we can do this. From here, we can do that. Then here, we can do this. What the? Why is it not? Oh. Is it because there's multiple? Okay, yeah, but they both use the same. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little more wintry. I feel like maybe it needs more evergreens. It's looking a little barren there. So what I will do is I will go back to Ace Sprite, back to that one layer that I was working with. And I'll just duplicate this tree. Maybe what I could do is move this fellow over here. Okay, hold on. Like that. Okay, that's fine. Flip this fellow horizontally. What is it? Okay, I'm gonna clear this. Down here. Okay, tight. It's a tight fit. That should be good enough. Alright, so... Hope everyone's having a nice 2020. Okay, I think what I need to do to kind of make it feel more, like, dense, I suppose. So I'll go back here. Okay, I'm gonna undo all that. So what I will do instead is I'll go on the layer behind this, which I believe is just, I believe it's just like this one right here. Pick a really bright color, bright green. And I'll just like, okay, where's the one tree? Garden. I'm gonna take the snowy pine. Oh, Lena! Hi! Hope you're doing well. Okay, so now I'm gonna just fill this all in. With one color. Fill this all in. Make this brighter. Okay, I'm gonna now shrink the sprite size down. Something like that. Maybe that's too small. Let's do 30. Boop, boop. So we have a few trees here that are poking in the background. And that should give us the impression of coverage that we need. And then we can kind of like give some light ground here. Okay, we're 289 is the height. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, so this is before. This is after. Yeah! Yeah, I guess. I guess that's wintry enough. Okay, so now there are a few more decorations that we can add. There's some like different types of tree stumps. So with that in mind, we put a stump here. I feel like maybe the stumps could be placed in front of the snow. I just need to make sure that it's got a proper offset. Okay, -2, that's good. Yeah, like that. Okay, let's put another type of stump right over here. And then a third type of stump right here. Is this the right? Okay, yeah, it is. Cool. Imagine Mr. Stumpy makes a cameo. That would be fun. And then for... Now for the season switching, I have a few different ideas. I feel like probably the one that would be the easiest to switch between code-wise, but it might require a bit more setup, is to have multiple tile maps, and each tile map has like a different season. And then like they all have to, like, whenever the layout changes, all 4 tile sets would have to change with it to reflect the changes. But I think that would be the easiest to code, because then all we would really need to do is change which specific seasons, like, tiles and decorations are visible at any given time. A more complicated one would be to somehow swap the atlas of the tile set in the stage to have like a different offset. Because you see how, okay, let me bring up the tile map. Because you see how the one tile map has both the spring and the winter variants in it. We could add summer and autumn as well. And then, like, if there's some way to, like, change the offset of the sprite atlas at runtime, that could be a way to do it. Could make layers on the maps. Yes, that is an option. Like, if I'm gonna do something fancy with it code-wise, I would want it to be to where we only have to build the map for one season, and then the changes are automatically applied for every season. Well, I dig it so far. Let me put down a player start location so that we can actually, like, see what it looks like in motion. Where is it? Where we'll put my start location. There we go. What's going on? Why is this? Oh, is it because I have a tile map selected? Is that what was happening? Okay. Must be some fancy new Godot feature. Okay, move this down to the top. Like, in terms of, like, the order of stuff in the scene, it's drawn in the order from top to down. So by putting this player start location as the last one, it will render over everything else. Okay. Okay. Well, let me make sure that there's no gaps in the terrain visibly. There we go. Something else that we ran into in terms of a problem is that if we have like a large like set of solid terrain like this, like everything that you see here, this is like solid, the game will lag if something collides with terrain that is like really huge. So like a temporary solution that we found for the time being is to make it so that the inner piece of terrain right here that is just like solid ground will make that not solid. So that way it's only trying to detect collision along the edge of the terrain. So in order to set that up, I will simply clear this, and then we should be good to go in that regard. Alright, let me... Oops. Oops. Don't want that up there. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Within the... You definitely want to test, like, when you're building, like, art assets for a level, you definitely want to test it in engine, because depending on how much of it appears on the camera, you might want to add more or less detail, or concentrate detail in specific parts of the scenery. Like, you can see here, like, in terms of what's visible on the screen, the background layers that I made in terms of like simple colors, it just works. Like I don't need to add any more colors to the farthest layers, because you don't really see it in front of the background layers that are closer to the camera, because like all the pine trees and stuff that are in the background are obscuring like the big pile of snow in the back, so it doesn't really need any more color, except maybe on like the edges to kind of like soften it a bit. I might do that, yeah. And then of course I need to add more detail to the world tree at some point in the background. But it's looking pretty nice and snowy. And I like how we added like another layer of snow on top of like the ground that the player stands on. So it really feels like it has some depth to it. There's some icicles. I definitely do feel like I want to add like that top layer of snow on the slopes themselves, just like I did with the grass for the spring version. So I will do that at some point tonight. Seems like the ledge snow blends with the background white. Oh, yeah, that's true. Let me play around with that. I wonder if there's something specific I can do. So let me bring back my drawing program. I'm gonna go to the tile set. Yeah, I feel like maybe in this case what I would do is I would elect to darken the background snow. So I'll grab a color like this, for example. And I'll just do this. But this in front here, so okay, I'll just darken it a little bit more. Yeah, like that, and then I'll brighten the top layer a bit because it's closer to the sun. Um, 162 is the height that we loop towards. Okay. Okay, cool. I think that'll look nice. Yeah. Okay, back to Godot. So now it's kind of like that, I guess. I think I should apply that same color to the ground snow in the other layer too. Let me do that real quick. So this is BG layer 2. We're looking for layer 3. Okay, save that. There we go. So now, like, there's kind of a shared palette there. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Okay, that looks better. Now the ledge snow is not blending in with the background anymore. I just feel like, I guess the other thing I want to work on at some point is the very frontmost layer of snow, like the snow piles down there. It looks very sloppy right now, so I'll look at a reference of like real life snow piles and kind of draw from that. Yeah, okay. And I think each like season could have like an effect on certain gimmicks in the level. It's snow use. It's snow use. All right, so that is that. I also maybe what else I could do is I could play around with an autumn palette. I think that'll be a little bit more complicated because, like, especially for the trees. Actually, maybe no. Maybe not. Actually, maybe I could, like, exchange ideas with Edge Drive on how to approach that the most efficiently. because it will technically be a recolor of the springtime tile set, which I guess would be like this. It will technically be a recolor of this, but each tree will have its own like color between like you know, like red leaves or yellow leaves or orange leaves, and we would want to kind of like coat the ground in a layer of leaves of different colors. Holy crap! It's Mario. Cooler Soup. Hi. Hope you're doing well. You know, this game is structured like a Mario game. All jokes aside, like every like level has a goal where you have to get to the golden gear at the end. And that's the main collectible. And then after you get it, you kind of like go back into the hub area, which I could kind of like demonstrate that real quick for those of you who have not seen very much gameplay so far. I'll do that while I'm formulating my thoughts on what to do next. I feel like maybe next I could put together the tile set for Sky Tops. It currently lacks a background, so it will only be like tile set assembly.
E.
E. Yeah, 9 warnings in the debugger, and when it's yellow, it's fine. It's usually just like suggestions, such as like, for example, like variables that you're not currently using. That's the source of most of them, I would say. Okay. So once I plug in the boss for Jewel Cyclone, like every World of Time stage will be beatable from start to finish. I think that's pretty cool. Familiar with Godot debugger, but you like eliminating warnings whenever possible. Yeah, I do that sometimes too if I'm not like currently focused on anything else. Yeah, I did make some changes to the second mission of Carnival Relay to help it flow nicer. Chapman gave me some suggestions based on what he said last stream. I feel like it's still too short, but it's getting there. Okay, skip. Okay, so basically, because this section is no longer a part of the first mission, and it's kind of its own thing, I had to kind of like, more properly like structure like the challenges with the trapeze. Wow. Also, the fire rings, after they explode, they'll respawn after like 5 seconds or so. So that makes them a bit more useful for structuring like different challenges. I also got rid of the crony phones, because their only purpose in the level was to get you back to the start of a particular train car faster. But I feel like the rings can do that just fine. Yes, this is Oral Crony Cooler. She's got like a few different time powers too, and she can form a stasis bubble that slows down time inside of it. And she face plants when you fall from too far of a distance. Yep. Yeah, this is the part that has changed the most. So now they're like, the cards weren't here before, so now I have properly introduced them in this section, and I've also introduced the concept of kind of like timing the trapeze. Oh, okay, I fell. Okay, there's a secret compartment over here now that you can get to. Okay. You gotta time this properly to get past here. Is Zawarudo going to be a time power? The closest thing is the stasis bubble, which kind of, it doesn't freeze time, but it slows down time significantly for objects that are inside of it. But I think maybe at some point, if you collect enough golden gears, like you could get like a temporary like buff to the time powers to where stasis would stop time completely. And this part is structured a bit differently now. It's a little bit less open, so that way you can kind of like tell where you're going. And it kind of really like encourages more heavily the use of the rings to get around. Gotcha. I still like doing that. Yeah. Yes. And then when you collect the golden gear, you go back to the hub area of the world you're currently in, which in this case is the world of time. And then you get like a final score based on your performance. So like originally there were letter ranks from E to A, kind of like in Sonic Adventure games, and most Sonic games actually. But I feel like people already associate like the letter grades with like whether or not they suck. But I don't want players to feel like they suck if they get an E rank in a stage. Like, no, you beat the level, that's awesome. So I switched to a scoring system, which I think what I liked about the scoring system is that it's ambiguous enough for a new player that they're not going to care what score they get. It's only after they have played a few levels and gotten more experience with the game that they start to understand what constitutes a good score from their perspective. So basically, what the scoring system does over the letter ranks is that the concept of what specifically is good is now on the player and not the game itself, which I like. Looks clean as heck. Ah, thank you, Cooler. Oh, okay. I need to skip this part because I don't know why it's doing that. I feel like maybe it's because it's somehow like reading the save data even though we're in debug mode. Ah, Cooler, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Also, I could play one more level just for those who haven't seen it yet. I'll play the intro stage. Oh, thank you for hydrate as well. I'll take sippy. Come on. But yeah, also stuff that I only went over this like very briefly during the last stream because my attention was on my guest. But there's an input settings now, and you can customize your control options, which was not a thing until recently. So I'm very glad for that. Shout out to Alter for helping with that. So every single settings menu is now fully functional. The only thing that isn't functional yet is like file selection. So when you press load game, it will just unlock all the stages. It's not like a true like game load. Okay. Yeah, this is the intro stage. Player input customization in Godot is a pain. Yeah, I feel that. That's why we need additional help with it. Congrats on getting it working. Thank you. It's still not perfect, but we'll work on it as we get more testers and see what specific types of controllers might have compatibility issues. So yeah, this is meant to be the intro stage where it just mainly focuses on getting you used to how Chrono controls. Dark Red, hi! Hope you're doing well. So far it's yeah, apps. I'm genuinely surprised. I feel like Godot's like input backend in concept is very good. You just need I just wish that they had like a customization template for us to work from. I think if they add that in a future version, then it's gonna be like king in terms of like controller support compared to like other engines in terms of how much setup you need. Okay. So there's kind of a mini puzzle here that kind of like encourages you to try stasis without mandating it, where you use stasis on the switch and then these will go up slower. And then you can get some notes up here. Yeah, most people I've talked to use WASD. As far as like directional inputs, I tend to use arrow keys. But under most circumstances, I'll use a gamepad because it's easy, because it's less harsh on my hands. Because I tend to have like long girly fingernails, so that can make typing a bit of an issue in prolonged key presses. The sacrifices I make for passion. Okay. And there are cutscenes in the game, of course. It's the first cutscene, so you don't have to worry about spoilers, really. Well, not the first cutscene, but one of the first. In the old days, it was arrow keys and Control Alt Space. Oh yeah, I did notice, like, back in the early days of Windows, a lot of games, like, would have Control Alt and Space as their main, like, buttons. You're trying to type on your iPad with long nails? Oh yeah, that is quite bothersome. You have to kind of like press it in a weird way so that your skin actually makes contact with the touchscreen. Yeah, cinematics. So the first boss is pretty simple. You don't even have to jump in order to defeat him and dodge his attacks. So it's just kind of getting you used to the idea that you kind of have to repeatedly swipe your sword at bosses in order to deal a consistent amount of damage. Let's go. Yeah. Yep, so that's the very first golden gear you collect. And since I loaded my game, we are past the point where we get the dog, so sometimes time-lapse will run in from the right side of the screen. I think that's cute. Doggy. I feel like I need to change like the story variables for the load game function so that it's not automatically loading the last cutscene. Not sure why it's doing that. I think it's in title screen, menu title screen. Gimme. Yeah, that's why. So we'll change this to 4. That way I can show the dog petting action. Every adventure worth their salt has a moment where you can pet some kind of animal. Well. Okay, load game. Just going to the Eternity Sanctum again. Okay. That's just telling me that the final stage is accessible. Why is this cutscene still playing? There is something else going on, I think. I think I know what it is, actually. Going to Sanctum Hub. Okay, cutscene. So the cutscene that just played where they told me that the final challenge was accessible. Okay, that sets the flag to 5, so I think for the council meeting I have to set the condition for that to be flag 6. That should do the trick. So from here, what is that? Okay, that's fine. And then I also need to change the boss ending cutscene to go through a different variable as well. So at the end of this cutscene, we should set this to 6. Set that to 6. Council meeting. I think this needs to be set to 7. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, that should be enough to fix it. So now if we go back to the title screen script, we can set this to 5 again. What are these? Oh, it's because during the council meeting cutscene, okay, so if we go here, effect light ray light, I'm just gonna copy this here because this version of the light ray, I mean, it should. Why is it? Oh, right, I see why. I see why. It's not a big deal. What's this button? Enable onion skinning. I'll have to research that, see what it means. Oh yeah, Edge Drive. Gonna head off for lunch now. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you, Edge. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing around with the Skytops tiles too. Onion skin mode is also an A sprite. Oh, okay. So it's that thing where you can see like a silhouette of frames that happen before or after your current place in the animation. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so now when we go to the hub, it should be okay. There we go. You can pet the dog in Chrono Gear 1 enough time. Yeah. Pet Puppy. Pet the bread dog. Yeah. There's a few more NPCs that you can talk to around here, if you so desire. Ba, ba, ba. Da, da, da. Yeah, we had to have like sauna and sauna lights in the game. Yeah, and I love fairy size Iris. So basically in this game, like something unique about Iris is that like she shrinks down into a fairy size if there's too much despair in the world. And obviously since the space-time continuum kind of like shattered, there is a whole lot of despair. So it's only after you beat the first world and kind of like inspire like the people that live in Belltown and stuff that she returns to her normal size. Yeah, she's a perfect little troublemaker. Okay, let me put together one more tile set. And then I think that should be enough for today. And then afterwards I will go help Mama Spacey set up Christmas decorations. So let's close this. Let's close this. A little tree. Okay, so now we need to go to... have I made a scene for it yet? I have. Okay. So in this stage, I will make a background for it at some point, but for now we're just going to focus on building the tile map. So I'm going to do the same thing. Tile size 32, add 2 layers, one for the solid terrain itself and others for spikes. Luigi fan, hi! Hope you're doing well. And then we're gonna add some layers. Ogres are like onion layers. Let's do, I got caps lock on. Friend. I'm also really interested to try that gelato. I think I'll try it after the stream's over. For those who weren't here when I was talking about it earlier, somebody I work with, like business-wise, like in terms of my game studio, they sent me gelato in the mail and the dry ice kept it frozen. And it's kind of interesting because I've never had a package, I've never received a package that had dry ice in it. You have to dispose of it in a certain way so that you don't like get carbon dioxide all over the place. And so yeah, it's just out on the porch for now until I can figure out what to do with it. But Yeah, somebody just like sent that in, and I put it in the freezer, and it's like, oh, okay, okay. I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting like a sweater or something. But I'm looking forward to it. I've heard gelato's pretty good. Okay, so for this tile map, we are going to add an atlas, of course. Okay, automatically create tiles, yes. So sky tops, of course, is like a sky level. Like, it's got a bunch of sky islands and stuff. It's kind of based on those, like, really, like, tall, like... You know, like, those tall, like, vertical, like pillar mountains that you sometimes see in China, for example? It's kind of based on that. Or, like, in, like, a fantasy sense, maybe, like, the closest comparison I can draw is, like, the Hallelujah Mountains from James Cameron's Avatar. So once I get to working on the background layers, I bet it's gonna look really pretty. I love sky levels, just in general. Like, in Freedom Planet 2, like, Airship Saguada and, Sky Bridge were, like, some of my absolute favorite levels to work on. And, of course, in this game, it makes sense, too, because Jewel Cyclone is technically a sky level as well. Okay, so from here, I think what we need... First, I'm gonna select all of like the stray grass tiles and put those a little farther behind everything else. I'll put these trees behind everything too. Okay. So Z index, let's do -3. Okay, select every solid tile that I see. Yeah, this one too, I guess. What's this? Center view. Uh-huh. That is very handy. Just in case you lose your spot. Right, press F to pay respects, and that will cause all of the tiles to get, like, default physics terrain. Yeah, I think for castle-themed levels. Oh, yeah, Jewel Cyclone is basically... It's basically an ice, sky, and castle level all rolled into one. It's very unique. I think it's going to be like one of the standout levels to people once the game comes out. For that reason. Among other levels, of course. And I also love how, like, Galaxy Gourmet kind of, like, blends, like, space and food themes. There's just so many cool, unique, like, level ideas that we have. Okay. So this is also triangular. Move this down here. Are these the only slopes? I think so, yeah. Okay, here we go. I think that's... No. There we go. Da, 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 da. Oh, the cool banana! Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Good old 4 tile sets are so nice. Oh my gosh, yes. I seriously wish I had something like this in the version of Unity that we used for my last project. But we have this now, and it is amazing. And I love that the, because they recently came out with the, was it 1.2, 1.3? Well, it came out with a new update, like, within the past couple weeks, and it gave tile sets some much-needed TLC. The only thing that I want now is a way to kind of, like, optimize the collision for very large tile maps. In order to get around that, we have to make it so that, like, the inside, tiles of terrain do not have collision, which I forgot about, so I'll clear that here. I'm gonna clear this. So we make it so that only the surrounding edges of the terrain have the collision. 4.2 has 2D glow. Oh, let's go! I have a shader for that, but I wonder if the built-in 2D glow works better now. Oh, 4.2. Right. Can turn on snapping while moving those verts. Yeah, there is half pixel snapping right now, which is good enough, honestly. So now we need to add collision to these platforms. I think that's all of them. And I'm just gonna do this. You wrote a shader too? Let's go. There's kind of a glitch with the reflection shader that we're using in some places where it will try to render pixels past the border of the screen. And when it does, it doesn't render it correctly. But I would like it to kind of like try and guess what's beyond the screen and render it at some point. But I'm not entirely sure how to pull that off just yet. You had to render the field on a sub viewport to make it work? Oh, okay. I was hoping that wouldn't have to be the case. Dark Moon, thank you for the care combo. Hydrate, head pats, stretch. Right, I'll take sippy. Whoops, gimme. There you go. Oh my gosh.
$100 for a tail.
Ah! Ziggy64, thank you so much for 1 year of subscribing. Thank you for your support, buddy. I hope you're doing well. And I am so excited for Excel Coda. I'm very much looking forward to the update when it drops. I feel like I say that every stream, but that's how excited I am. Right, Stretchy now? It's already been a year. I know. How do. And my 1 year since I started streaming is like technically on January 15th. Like I started streaming as a VTuber back in September, I think, or August. But like my debut in my current form was on the 15th of January. So that's gonna be fun. How's level design been going? It's been going good. I've been focusing mainly on setting up tile sets that I have currently like neglected to set up until this point. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so yeah, I actually kind of have a background for this stage, but it's kind of like very sloppy right now. But I can show that off real quick. Maybe use it as a placeholder, I don't know. Where'd you go? Okay. So this is kind of what I was thinking. See, this is what the foreground looks like when it's assembled. Where's the layer view? Where's view layers? Timeline? Is it timeline? Yeah, it's timeline. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I imagine there's these like floating islands, and then you have like these pointy rocks that kind of like go up from the top. Yeah, Beta Telly's debut was in August, but like Spacey Bat 1.0 was in January. The first Spacey stream was September last year. Oh, awesome. Let's go. But yeah, I think this will work. I just need to be like less lazy with the sky in the background, I suppose, and then like add like clouds in between each layer. I think that'll look amazing. Yeah, what a ride. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna save these layers real quick just so that I have something to work with. Skytops BG0. Skytops BG1. Skytops BG2. And then Skytops BG3. I think there's stuff drawn underneath this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'll just pull it up and then save it like that. Skytops BG3. And then maybe I could add like a fourth background layer, like just in front of that. That is kind of like a shrunken down version of the foreground tile set that kind of like loops. That might be fun. Okay. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So now I'm gonna turn that off, go back to Godot. I think for the time being, okay, I can show you how I could set up how I set up parallax backgrounds. So there is a node for that on the canvas layer called parallax background. You can set it to scroll as well if you want to, but I just do scrolling through a shader. So once you have your parallax background node, you can add parallax layer nodes to it, and that controls how specifically like different layers will scroll. And you control the scrolling speed through scale. So from there, I will add a Sprite 2D, which has our sky in it. Okay, that's not the right... There we go. So BG0, what I like to do is turn off centering for the texture. It's just easier to loop that way. Day job was like, let's do a week where everyone comes to the office for team building. Everyone in your department instantly got sick after the first 2 days. No! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So, it worked pretty well, you'd say. Okay, yeah, it worked pretty well for the germs. They had a grand old party, sounds like. Okay, so that layer is down. Let's make a new layer. Let's set the scale of that to 0.2, I guess. And then I think, yeah, for this layer, okay, for the parallax background, let's see, does it have a property for this? I guess not. Okay, so for texture, I'll set repeat to be enabled. And then I'll set this to be a region. With a size of 4080 by 360. And I think I'll just multiply that by 10. And I'll multiply this by like 3. And what I'll do here is, since this level's pretty vertical, I'll just have islands like looping around every so often. I think it should look pretty good in motion. Now we're gonna duplicate this. Set this to 0.4, no, 0.3. 0.3, let's set the back layer to 0.15. Okay, so for this one, we want it to be Skytop's BG2. Yeah, cool. Okay. So this will be 0.4. And this is... I don't want this to loop. So what the dealio is with this one is that we're gonna set the region to be 360 high, and then I'm just gonna put it like on the bottom layer. Somewhere around there, I guess, would be fine. And I'll change this region a little bit, subtract 360, so that it only goes down there. Kamaiku, thank you for hydrate. I'll take sippy. That is a good way of putting it, Apps. It will improve their immune system for a few weeks. Okay. So now we can lay down some tiles. I feel like maybe I should add a second atlas to this collection for the bridge tile specifically. So let's create some tiles in this atlas. I kind of want to, for the bridges, I kind of want to do something like the Genesis Sonic games do, where each segment is kind of like individually like positioned based on the weight that's on them. But for now, I will just like draw them like this. I'll just make them into platforms. So I feel like for this tile set, what we want to do is lower the Z index. And then for this, press F to pay respects. And then that will create a default polygon for us. And through here, we will set it to be one way with a tolerance of 3. Yeah. Okay. So now comes the part where we need to get used to how the tile set is structured. So I will simply start with 3x3 square. I'll put it like I don't know. Put it right here. Move this over here. And I feel like we do have like in between rocks right there. Do we? Yeah, we should. Okay, so yeah, I kind of need to get like familiarize myself with like what's a T-junction, what is like a rock on its own. I'm sure I have something. Is this maybe what I need? Yeah, I think that's the right one. And then move this down here. Just make it very vertical. Yeah, there's a lot of tiles over here that kind of... Oh, I see what's going on. These are like border tiles that I can use to kind of make the transition a bit more smooth. Awesome. Yeah, Edge coming in clutch with those kinds of quality of life features. Nice. Oh, let's go here. No, okay. Let's move this down. Ba 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 da 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 da. No, that's not correct. There we go. Oh, this is so cool. Da 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 da. Excellent. So from here, oh yeah, we have alternate tiles that we can use to put flags down if we want. Is this what? Okay. I think that's just like... Okay, just for one. Da, 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 da. So now, how's the bridge structured? Okay, the log goes like right on the end. Then we do this. Da, da. Kill. No! Kill. Get some grass over there. I'm really liking this tile set so far. And I think one of the main gimmicks in this level would be like these funnels of wind, and that would kind of like blow upwards in certain parts, and you would chronicopter, and instead of slowly floating downwards, you would float upwards, like from the updraft. So updrafts basically. I'm really excited for that. I think it's gonna make it like a very memorable stage because you'll be able to move around pretty quickly vertically. da da. Ah. What is here? Ba ba. Da 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 da. Okay, that's fine. So I think from this point, what I will do is maybe I could test out the tree that I made earlier. This one. But I'll make a Skytops version. Okay, paste. Where'd you go? Okay, here it is. So I'll just name it Crystal Tree Skytops. And then, and I'll put, maybe I could just put this in Skytops. Crystal Stump Skytops. And then Crystal Tree Skytops. Okay. Nice. So from here, I just need to add a few static bodies to act as the platforms. Okay, so we need to add a collision shape to it, which will be rectangular, of course. And we'll just move it over here. And I think eventually I would kind of want to have this get pushed down a little bit from the player's weight. The way it is now is fine for what we need it for. Okay, 3. One-way collision. And then we'll duplicate it and bring it over here. And then we'll duplicate it one more time. Move, please. Okay. No? Okay, well, let's make this unique. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's move you up here. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, this shape is gonna work so well. Oh, there is one more thing I needed to do. I need to add the crystal to it. Now, I'm not entirely sure. I want it to be layered, like... I want it to kind of, like, be layered, like, in between the branches. So maybe what I could do, I could add a sprite as an atlas texture and, like, copy, like, a region of the tree. Can't remember what direction it was supposed to be in. I think it's, like, this. So what I'll do is I'll put this down here. I'll duplicate this here, and then I will create new atlas texture. Where's the Skytops tree? Okay, there it is. So now we can go into the region editor, which I don't think it's actually showing because it's a separate window. But basically, we're gonna make a region like that. Let's make the size a multiple of 8. And the offset too, I suppose. Okay, so 80 by, I don't know, 128. And then it should line up. There we go. Oh, yes, that's what I want. So then it feels like it's kind of like ingrained in the tree, helping it grow. Let's go. And then I can make like the crystal like I could add like a light to it. Crystal. I'll name this crystal overlap just so it's clear. Let's add a new sprite. Make it glow. What I like to do for glow effects is I just like to add like a light texture with additive blending. Effects light. Yeah, like that. Add a canvas item material. Change it to additive. It's already got a glow to it, but we're gonna make it nicer. We're gonna enable bilinear filtering. Make it larger. And then what we want to do is change the color to kind of like a match better with the color of the crystal. Oh yes, a very subtle amount of glow. It doesn't need a lot. Let's make it 3. But we do see the seam here from where this is overlapping, so I think I might need to put the glow over everything else. Yeah. Head Drive, welcome back. Yeah. Alright, let me add a player start location just so we can see how this looks. What? Like, why does it do that? Why does it do that? Why is it doing that? This must be a new feature that I'm not used to. I'll just add it to the tree directly for now. It turned into a tile set child? Oh! So, like, we can drag objects in and they'll become a part of the tile set? Ba 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 ba. Okay, so something else I could try. Let's see. Okay, something else that I wanted to give a try is like I could go over here. Go over here, do this. And I want to make like a platform like right here. Yeah. Cool. So I still have to figure out what all is like a T-junction, and then I could do this. So we want to go upwards to make sure that the tile set is like scrolling properly. Is it just linked to the node, not really a part of the tile set itself? I think so, maybe. I haven't done it like on purpose because it seems like it shifts the tile set's position, which I don't want. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Do this, think, and do something like that. Maybe like make a few stalactite style structures. Ba. Da, da. Let's see, like this, like this. Okay. There we go. Have I tried auto tiling? Is there kind of a... Yeah, because I'm really curious to see if there's a way to set it up so that like you set up all of the corner tiles and like the floor and everything, and then all you have to do is just like start drawing and it automatically like renders that stuff. You can? Oh, how do you do it? How do you do it? I wanna practice. Because that would save so much time. Oh my gosh. Dun, 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 dun. Ma, ma. Don't recall how it works in Godot 4, but there absolutely is auto tiling. The setup is iffy, but well documented. Okay, I'll do research. I'll do research off stream. Stuff like that, I guess. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever. Something like that. Might have to restructure the map PNG. I honestly don't have a problem with that. Especially for stages that we haven't constructed yet. Okay, let me add a little bush there. And then maybe, something here. Da, 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 da. Yeah, cool. So let's give this a try. See how it looks. I noticed the crystal jitters a bit. I think that's because the image is like either the width or the height is an odd number, not an even number. But yeah, I can see this like the vertical scrolling working pretty well. I think I just need to add a bit more verticality to the islands themselves. So let me check the crystal. Oh yeah, its width is 47. I will go ahead and increase that to 48. Just one of the visual quirks, I suppose. Okay, let me save that. Back to Godot. There we go. Let's try that again. Taking notes for future assets to make them even numbered. Thank you, Edge. Yeah, I already have that, like, even numbered sprites as a force of habit from Freedom Planet 2. Because I had the exact same problem. Odd numbered sprite images would kind of, like, jiggle back and forth. Weirdly, for some reason. Nice! Yeah, I think if I put more work in the background, really, like, make it look like there's, like, a ton of, like, depth and stuff, this level will be extremely pretty. It already is in the foreground. And then I could add, like, a subtle, like, particle effect where you can kind of see, like, leaves blowing in the wind every now and then. In addition to, like, the updraft thing that I talked about before. And, like, personally, I am averse to having, bottomless pits in my platform games. So I think I would, like, make it so that the wind just blows you back up. Odd numbered sprites jitter because subpixeling keeps rounding them to the left or right. Oh, yep, that makes sense. Absolutely. I think it's an issue with any hardware accelerated engine. Some just adjust it to an even number at a low level. Yeah. I get you. But yeah, I really like how this looks too. Now, in the World Tree stage, you would have to change seasons in order for the sapling to grow into a full tree. I think for this stage, there would kind of like be like a white flash of light that envelops the screen, and then when it fades back in, it just like grows the tree. So it would kind of be like a faster version of the gimmick that is already in the world tree stage. You could force the game to snap to pixel perfect on the project render settings. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'll give that a try now. Okay, project settings. Filter settings. Let's do... Okay, typing pixel doesn't do anything. Energy saving sub-windows. Viewport. Scale mode? Okay, fraction... So there's scale mode, there's fractional and integer. I assume I have to do integer. Now let me see if that works. Well, let me see if that has no effect on what's currently there, I should say. That might actually fix the glitch that I notice sometimes, where depending on the position that a sprite is in, it will like render weirdly. It seems to be okay so far. So I hope that actually fixes that particular bug. Nice. And if we wanted to go really extra, I could have one of the animators on the team, like, animate the flags waving in the wind subtly. Like, it doesn't need to be that complicated, just like a 3-frame animation. You'll find the exact setting. Let's go. Thank you. But yeah, the bridges here, I would eventually maybe want to code them so that, like, they kind of, like, push downwards when you stand on them a little bit. Kind of like they do in Sonic games. But yeah, I love how this would kind of like give you like a way to like access new areas easily. I mean, you wouldn't need it, it wouldn't be absolutely vital, but it would just like make it easier to tell where you're supposed to go after you restore one of the trees. Because that's kind of a common theme for the missions in the nature levels. Is that like the goal is to restore a certain number of trees, and then that kind of restores Fauna's power. And then through that, like, an event happens that gives you access to a golden gear. General rendering 2D, then it should be the snap settings. General, rendering. Okay. Okay. Snap 2D transforms to pixel, and then Snap 2D vertices to pixel. I'll do Snap 2D transforms to pixel. Okay, let's try that one more time, just to see if it's gonna work out. I wonder if that affects rotation. I'll have to load up the Sanctum hub and just like take a look at how it affects the portal. But yeah, so far so good. So hopefully that is the one that fixes that weird sprite offset glitch. Where's the Sanctum hub? Ba ba ba. Okay, I'm gonna load this up. Come on. Yeah, the rotation seems to be unaffected. So I did notice before that in this hub is where like it tends to happen sometimes. But like so far I'm not really seeing the weird pixeling on any sprite. So thank you for that, dog developer. Thank you so much. Now, the problem with the reflection shader that we're using is, okay, so you see that ring structure in the background that's reflecting the sky? When it approaches the right side of the screen, it kind of like turns into like bands of color. It loses a bit of the smoothness. Oh, I see. I see. So when we're floating downwards, like into the side like this, oh, okay. That is disappointing, honestly. But yeah, that's the problem with the shader, is that it's not wrapping the sky texture. Could be a toggle option in-game. Oh, yeah, that could work. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna... You could either use that or code your own code for it. Yeah, that might work. Leave it up to players. Yeah, now it's smooth. Whatever. It's fine. Wrapping the texture. Most GPUs support samplers that wrap. Oh, Twinkle Mouse, thank you. Also, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I feel like the answer is already there. I just am not really familiar with shader code, so I would kind of probably need help with that. Basically, all I want to do is, like, when the texture is reflected, I want it to repeat along the edges. Like, I want it to, like, basically, I just want to draw, basically, I just want it to, like, redraw the texture that's already there and then, like, wrap it around. But I'm not sure if that's possible given that it renders what specifically is above it. Like, I do the same thing here with this floor. Oh, shoot, I have to extend that. But yeah, I do the same thing here. And it looks really cool. But I basically want, like, it's basically because the reflection shader that I'm using for the background element is being used outside of its intended purpose, which is like, you know, like reflective surfaces, like water, for example. You can always ask ChatGPT. Yeah. I need a bit. I need a few more years before I find ChatGPT to be completely like the be-all end-all of trustworthy like information source. Alright, so alright, okay, so before I forget, I'm gonna extend the background down there. It just needs one more pixel, and no, one more tile, I should say. No, that's not the one. Okay, what about here? There we go. Da, da, da. Okay, so what object are we doing here? Okay, that's fine. What the? Oh, I see. Well, I'm gonna do this the lazy way. Just add another color rectangle that is black in color. There we go. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. I'm not sure how Godot works, but there should be some options to change how your texture is sampled. Oh, yeah, the Doodle NPC. This is Gyrus, which is the mascot design for Iris's fans, specifically. Like, she just doodled like a stick figure one day to represent her fans, and that became like her official like fan mascot. And most of the other hololive talents have like really really cute and like elaborate mascot designs. Like the clock people are Crony's mascot, fan mascot. The bread dog is Sauna's mascot. But Iris just has like the doodle guy. Gyrus. The only reason Gyrus is still here is because I am attached to this particular Gyrus because he's the very first NPC that I coded. So I feel like I just want to keep him there. Also, bats are awesome. Thank you, Twinkle Mouse. Fellow bat appreciators are always welcome here. Bats. You set its filtering as point filtering, but it doesn't help with how the sprite is positioned. The problems arise from sub-pixel positions. Yeah. Oh, right, the reflection thing, yeah. Gyrus's line is too perfect as well. Yeah, exactly. I'll share that for those who are not aware of what he says. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of lip balm. I'll have to get some. Yeah, floating point maps. Thankfully, like, I'm willing to put up with the weird glitch that happens sometimes just for the sake of keeping things smooth. I always wondered something. Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food of how hot eat the food? Then Crony's like, please stop talking. Yeah. Okay, so, I am gonna call it for today. I want to, help Mama Spacey, set up Christmas decorations. And then I will see you all tomorrow. There is something that is gonna be announced, at like 7 p.m. Tonight, which is in like 2.5 hours. And then at that point, I can tell you what exactly it is I'm gonna be doing tomorrow that I had to change my schedule for, but I'm quite looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. And then aside from that, I typically like pretty much always stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Under very rare circumstances do I change that. But yeah, want to rate another Godot dev? Depends on who the dev is, I would say. Thank you for the stream. No problem. Thank you all for hanging out with me. It's been fun. And there was... Right. I was gonna work on refining the backgrounds off stream. Let me see if there's any of my friendos online first. Before you head out, Crimson says. I'm checking for friendos that are online. Ooh, there's a few people that we haven't raided in a while. Yeah, I want to raid Mango. She is a very wholesome bird VTuber. Literally a bird. She's like a little budgie. She sometimes transforms into human form. But she's been one of my bestest friends for on Twitch ever since I like started. So without further ado, I shall bid you all adieu. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. And I will see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. I wish you the best of Thursdays. And, yeah. That's around. Bye.